ASEAN-FM meeting focuses on strengthening bloc's capacity. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs Prak Sokhonn stated that the ASEAN Foreign Ministers meeting focused on strengthening the institutional capacity of the ASEAN body. Cambodia's first e-tuk-tuks roll out in Phnom Penh. Tuk-tuk drivers in Phnom Penh have taken delivery of the first electric three-wheelers assembled in Cambodia. Another 13 Nagaworld protesters detected with COVID-19. Following on from the 16 cases detected on Wednesday, another 13 Nagaworld protesters have detected with COVID-19 yesterday. Rising Omicron cases among young children in Cambodia compels Prime Minister to order vaccination of children aged 3 to 5 years old. Cambodia will begin inoculating children from 3 to 5 years old amid a rise in daily cases of the Omicron variant of COVID-19, Prime Minister Hun Sen said on Thursday. Vietnamese Foreign Minister Bui Than's son who tested positive for COVID-19, in stable condition. Minister of Foreign Affairs Bui Than's N, who had tested positive COVID-19 during his visit to Cambodia, had to attend the ASEAN Foreign Ministers meeting retreat on Thursday via video conference. Chinese warned on job scams abroad. China's embassy in Cambodia has warned Chinese nationals against falling for high-paying recruitment offers from online gambling companies, after a criminal gang repeatedly took blood from a Chinese national in the tourist city of Sihanoukville. Tycoon apologizes for rant about lack of Angkor area development. Tycoon Kim Heen yesterday issued a public apology for his comments about restricted development in the Angkor area, saying the remarks were unintentional. False arrest claims settled out of court. Prey Veng Province's Kampong Trabek District Police Chief, accused by residents of trying to bribe them to be quiet about the false arrest of their son, who stumbled upon a drug bust and was thought to be one of the suspects, has settled their claim out of court. Holds life term of Tycoon's chief bodyguard over murder. The Supreme Court yesterday upheld the decision of a lower court in sentencing a chief of bodyguards of Tycoon Thong Saraf to life in prison 3 years ago for killing a tycoon Ung Meng Chu in 2014. European Film Festival returns to the kingdom. For nearly an entire week, active cinemagoers in Cambodia will have the chance to see numerous films made by European directors free of charge, thanks to the European Film Festival. Conserve dolphins, not harm or kill them. The fishing communities residing along the Mekong River have been urged to cooperate with the authorities and the non-governmental organizations for fisheries in dolphin conservation by not laying fishing nets to harm and cause the mammals' deaths. ASEAN COVID-19 Table 18 February 2022. ASEAN as a whole has reported more than 18.4 million COVID-19 cases. Of this, more than 1.45 million are active cases as of February 18. Ex-CNRP Commune chief freed after serving time. A former court-dissolved Cambodia National Rescue Party Commune chief was released from prison on Wednesday after he has served his 5-year jail term for inciting porters to protest in front of the Poi Pot Customs and Excise Office building in Banteay Meanchey Province in 2015. Concert plans to put Phnom Penh back on international circuit. After 2 tough years for event organizers, Eamon Gali and Alex Dance are hoping an annual event with big-name performers will put the Cambodian capital back on the international concert circuit. Traffic police admonished to respect drivers. The National Police gave a warning this week to all officers that they must respect people, especially when they are traveling, after allegations that traffic police are demanding money from drivers under the pretext of a fine because they don't give a receipt. Mitigation rather than designation key to new normal. Despite the highly transmissible Omicron variant spreading fast in the kingdom, several government officials have said that designating locations as high risk will slow the country's reopening. Children aged 3 to 5 years to be jabbed against C-19 amid surge. Prime Minister Hun Sen yesterday sanctioned children aged 3 to 5 years be vaccinated against the deadly COVID-19 disease, with the variant of concern, Omicron, spreading rapidly in the community and even infecting children. After weeks of no one from Cambodia being found infected with COVID-19 in Thailand, 22 detected positive. A total of 22 arrivals from Cambodia in Thailand on Wednesday were tested positive for COVID-19. This comes after a period of lull with no infections and no deaths being recorded on Cambodians or arrivals from Cambodia in Thailand. Cambodia, Singapore vow to strengthen cooperation in post-pandemic era. Cambodia and Singapore have vowed to further strengthen bilateral cooperation in the post-COVID-19 pandemic era for mutual benefits, both sides said in separate statements. U.S. expected to resume deportations of Cambodians to Cambodia after COVID pause. Federal immigration officials could soon resume arrests of Cambodians who hold deportation orders, and Fresno is among the cities that could be targeted, an attorney said Monday. Singapore praises Cambodia for safest international flight zone. Singapore has praised Cambodia for having a safe international flight zone, especially after reopening its doors for flights and travelers, and making sure that visitors to the kingdom are safe from the pandemic scourge. Pressing on. Special Envoy Sokan plans to visit crisis-hit Myanmar next month. The crisis in Myanmar took priority at the ASEAN Foreign Ministers' retreat in the capital yesterday, with Minister of Foreign Affairs Prak Sokan, the special envoy of the ASEAN chair, saying he plans to visit the country next month. Sokan to make Europe state visits. Minister of Foreign Affairs and ASEAN Special Envoy Prak Sokan will go on official state visits to 3 European countries, at the invitations of his counterparts. EU invites registered political parties for discussion on commune election. The European Union, EU, in Cambodia has invited registered political parties in the kingdom to meet for a discussion on matters related to the upcoming commune election. Battambang hailed as decentralization role model. Battambang province is being hailed as a good model for decentralization for the rest of the country, after the great achievement in reform done in the province. Cambodia's UN mission slams Special Rapporteur's remarks as misleading. The permanent mission of Cambodia to the United Nations office in Geneva has deplored the misleading, irresponsible and unfounded remarks of 4 special rapporteurs as to health and legal measures against an unlawful month-long strike of former employees of Nagaworld. Palin stops rice imports thanks to landmine clearance. Palin province no longer has to rely on importing rice from Thailand, with it converting the minefields into agricultural lands. Almost no harvesting and exporting of luxury wood in Pre-Vihia since C19. The Pre-Vihia provincial authorities will go hard on anyone trying to smuggle out luxury-grade wood to Thailand or neighboring countries. ASEAN foreign ministers call for end to nuclear weapons. The ASEAN foreign ministers called for an end to the use of nuclear weapons in Southeast Asia, amid regional rivalries and military confrontations and threats to humanity. UAE Minister of Culture and Youth Noura Al-Kaabi visits Cambodia, Cuba pavilions at Expo 2020 Dubai. Noura bint Mohammed Al-Kaabi, Minister of Culture and Youth, has visited the Cambodia pavilion at Expo 2020 Dubai.